Hi everybody, I'm Jessica Smith. I'm doing my lesson plan uh, by video here because I had technical difficulties with my computer during the synchronized lesson or synchronized discussion. So my lesson plan basically is brainstorming for a research project, and it's for a 5th grade class, and I'd be working with a social studies teacher. And a little background on the class. When I designed this, I kind of was thinking about the classes that I actually have right now in my library. Right now I'm working in a city school district. It is a school that is in receivership. So I kind of had my 5th grade classes in mind. Not a specific class, it was more of a generalized, I do see 2 different 5th grade classes. So it was kind of a generalized between the 2 classes. So the classes are, and this may be just because I've only been in the job for about 2 months now, almost 2 months. But the classes are a little bit difficult. Both of them. One's a little slightly easier than the other. It's about 10 to 12 kids in each class. So it's not a huge number of kids, but I'd say on average, half of the students come in ready to listen and learn. The other half come in ready to goof off. And so it is a bit of a constant battle, keeping them on track, keeping them going, keeping them engaged. So it is very much, as I said, I don't know if it's more just because I'm new. I'm replacing a librarian that was only there from September until the end of February, and was, from what I understand, basically their library at that point was come in, play the computers, get your books, go back to class. So they're not very happy with my way of doing it of, okay, I expect you to come in, sit down, let's have a lesson, and then you can get your books. So there's a little power struggle going on right now. So that's just a little bit of the background of why this specific lesson plan is a little bit sparse, I guess is the way to say it, because I needed to build in to the lesson the fact that there would be a lot of disruptions, and there would be a lot of having to keep the kids engaged and put them back on track, and keep them motivated, and try and get them back to where I want them to be. So again, it's 5th grade. The lesson, or the subject is social studies. We are brainstorming for a research project, which would be on states. They would be researching a state that they would pick themselves. They would be trying to basically present their state and try and persuade the class that the state that they chose is the best vacation destination. And then at the end, they would either do a poster or a video or however they wanted to present it, and the class would vote on the top 3. So the basically what we would do is just start off with brainstorming, just figuring out how to brainstorm. As I said, I'm still learning what the kids are capable of, what they have done so far. So I am starting at kind of base level, and building from there. All right, so I start by playing a introduction video to introduce the concept of brainstorming, and it's just a short video with Maya Rudolph and Elmo. Sesame Street video. I know it seems a little bit juvenile, but it's actually a really cute video, and everybody likes Elmo. So it's about 3-minute video, I think it is, and it just shows, you know, real quick that brainstorming is just coming up with ideas, sudden ideas, you know, just to start off the concept with them. And then after that, we would, you know, pretty much just talk about how there's no wrong answer, quantity over quality. You know, we would use the I would use the whiteboard to write down these concepts, and I would want them to copy what we use in their notebooks, so that this is something that they could keep with them as they are you know, doing different projects throughout the year, or you know, whatever. Basically the next step would be to have them, you know, I would be encouraging them to start thinking of questions that they would want to include as they're beginning their research projects. What do they think they should be looking for? You know, so just starting the process of brainstorming. You know, and again, I would be writing this on the whiteboard. They would be writing this in their notebooks. At that point, I would want to divide them into smaller groups, and you know, probably, you know, with this class in mind, I would probably keep the groups 2, maybe 3. I don't think I would want any more than 3 students per group. And I'd give them about 5 minutes to work together to, you know, look through the list of things that we came up with together that are in their notebooks and what we have on the board. And basically they would come up with, you know, let them decide in their small groups what they would want to keep, what of that quantity is worth keeping, you know, what quantity is actual quality, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. And then for the closing part, we would, you know, come back together and share which ones everybody felt were the right ones to keep, and you know, kind of discuss why this one was something that should have been kept, why they felt this one was rejected, and you know, basically a discussion of their thoughts. What made this idea better than this one? Was it something that was required in the rubric that the teacher had given, or was it not a factual question that was asked? Was it not an interesting question? Was it something that you know, this is something that, you know, you thought that you would want to know if you were going to go on vacation somewhere? So, you know, that one was definitely something you thought would be there. So basically, I would end it with having the students decide if they believe that they have enough questions to begin their research. And then the research would start the next class. So the brainstorming would actually end right there, because I would want to introduce just that part of it. Just have them thinking about the questions that they should be thinking, you know, the questions that they should be asking, the questions that they need to decide are worth it to follow through and spend time finding the answers for. And that is basically it. That is my lesson plan. Thanks so much.